the woman has to undergo in vitro fertilization, meaning she receives drugs. Normally in a cycle, a woman only ovulates one egg. If you get drugs, you can cause ovulation of, let's say, 10, 15 eggs. We try not to go beyond that. I am not a fertility doctor. There are fertility doctors who do that. And then they basically surgically take out the eggs from the woman. They fertilize them with the sperm from the man. And at that point, we have embryos sitting in a dish in the lab. And they start out being one cell, and they divide into 2 cells, 3 cells, so on. So starting at when they're about 8 cells, and up to, let's say, 5 days when you got, 50 cells, you can take out either one cell or a couple of cells out of that embryo. That embryo will continue to develop, but what's really changed things is that we can take that one cell or just a few cells and actually do a genetic diagnosis on them and see if that embryo does or does not have the mutation or the disease we're looking for, and then we can return to the woman's uterus womb only embryos that we know are going to be healthy. And like Shira asked, we've had over 750 children born. Just a chart said it. We started in 2004, so in the last 14 years, and the numbers just keep going up and up because there's more and more genetics testing being done. So there's more and more people with genetic problems who come and want to have this done. The advantages of this is obviously that you don't have to do a pregnancy termination. There's an error rate. Fortunately, we have not had errors, but anything a human hand touches has errors. So, excuse me. Obviously, there can be errors, but in general, it means that you don't have to do a pregnancy termination because you're starting out the pregnancy knowing that you're going to have a healthy child. However, it's not a walk in the park. Okay, it's not fun. Doing it the natural way is a lot more fun than having what? I never get arguments on that one. You have to have IVF, and not every cycle succeeds. And on average, a woman needs between 2 to 3 cycles to achieve a pregnancy. And this is actually the natural thing too, except a couple trying to have a child. Okay, 1 month they don't get pregnant. Exactly, they don't know it. They try again the next month. But here it's all like, well, you put it back, 2 days ago. So now, you wait for my pregnancy, the pregnancy test, the beta, to start going up, and so they get tested 2 weeks later. They spend the 2 weeks, waiting, and so it's a difficult, it's a difficult process. Some women are lucky. We've had women who've had 4 or 5 children from PGD every time, just one cycle, and we have women who've done 7 and 8 cycles. It depends on the disease, it depends on the age, or many factors that go into it. So I just want to say that it can be highly successful. There are, especially for the dominant diseases where there's a 50% risk in every pregnancy, it makes a huge difference. There are some genetic diseases where it's been shown to be much better than trying to take your chances and have a child, like for chromosomal problems. But it's. I just want to make the point that it's that there's an effort involved. Obviously, for the families, when the children are born, it's a huge joy. And we had I think when we had 250 children, which wasn't that long ago because it keeps getting faster. But I think this is like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. We had a party for all the children. Mm-hmm. Some families didn't want to come because they don't want other people to know that that's how they had the children. But I think there were at least 100 children there. It was really unbelievable. So I would say, just saying about Mexico, you have the genetics to do it here, and you have the IVF to do it here. So it's really a question of joining the two. And I want to say something about joining the two. Is we kept talking about marriage, having children. Sometimes it's a tough marriage, and you want a divorce. So no, I really think there are some models in the States and also in Israel where the IVF lab does the genetics and does the fertility. I think that's a bad model because geneticists know genetics and the fertility doctors know fertility, and I don't know fertility, and believe me, they don't know genetics. And if you start having genetics in the IVF, they're not geneticists. They lose touch with the new stuff, with with other developments, and it doesn't work well. But it is, but that's another issue. But it's